or people, or whatever you want to be called. I'm filming a table knife because I can. And also because I have exam in May about table knives. No, it's not about table knives. It's about different types of steels and different types of corrosion. To be fair, and here I have a stainless steel knife full of holes. So how did that happen? Like, you can see here, it's like a lot of holes. Yeah, those are small holes. And this is I was about 30-year-old knife. It's my, yeah. So it has been in the family for a while, and yeah, it's full of holes, and it's, if you can see, it's like here it's lighter than here. Like, this is closer to the color it should have had, you know. It should have been all even more silvery than this. So this is, yeah, so you see it's quite dark. So yes, this is a stainless steel knife. But then you can wonder, what happened? And I can tell you one thing. The short answer is corrosion. But then you ask, corrosion? But this is a stainless steel knife. Yes, indeed it is. And the corrosion is types of corrosion that happens to stainless steel, especially those small holes. I have to look into if that color, strange color, is also corrosion, but I suspect this. But yeah, holes, corrosion. It's it's a type of corrosion called pitting, which is actually kind of a very special kind of corrosion, actually kind of dangerous. And so what happens in pitting, I will explain a bit later in this video, when I have access to GIMP and possibly even Blender. But yeah, for now I wanted to show what we're going to talk about. So those small holes. But you asked now, or you did ask little bit ago, why stainless steel is stained. And that would be because stainless steel is not a very good name. Because if the conditions are quite right, and you have those conditions available for a long enough time, stainless steel will corrode. Actually, a better name would be the Norwegian name, rustfri, rustfritt stål. That means rust free. Yeah, it's so simple sometimes. And you can agree that this isn't rust, even though it's corrosion. Like, this isn't that characteristic orange red color, which becomes like a kind of rough porous surface thing that is very flaky and all that. No, that stuff. No, this doesn't have those characteristics. Those are just like holes, and therefore this is not rust. So it's rust free. It is stained though. so bad English name. But without further ado, let's see if future Sil, sitting by a computer, can explain the rest. Yes, indeed, past Sil, or I can at least try. So this pitting that you speak of, that happens primarily to metals that form a passive film. So stainless steel, as it has a passive film, is actually quite weak to it. And so is copper and aluminium, metals which one often associate as metals that don't corrode easily, but for pitting they can corrode somewhat easily, and pitting can happen quite fast. I guess 30 years doesn't convince you of fast, but yeah, so the conditions need to be quite right. I did a little bit bad planning with this drawing, so yeah, but again, passive film is needed, and water is or something to solve stuff in, which water is very good at. So yeah, often for this type of corrosion to be possible, you need a small crack or something in the passive film, or some type of damage. You don't always need the damage in it, but that helps form it and makes it easier to form. Not that forming in it is a goal. So yeah, you see you need a little bit of water around the place. And another thing you need is the right type of electrodes. So salty water is quite nice, because in salty water you have chloride, natrium chloride. So the chloride will then go into the crack and react with stuff. You can also use bromium or bromide, but that Br plus, and also sulfate, I think, was one of those ions that can react in this kind of form. So yeah, oxygen is always a dangerous gas when it comes to corrosion, and so as you can see, for this aggressive type of corrosions, you need some conditions to be quite right. Luckily, because this is a dangerous type of corrosion, so as the conditions are met and things it gets some time, the crack will grow and eat into the material underneath. And this can be hard to see. Like, you have a very small area where you see the hole, but it can be quite much bigger underneath. So this is a tip of the iceberg situation, and yeah, you might not even be able to detect these flaws in the material. So yeah, this is basically pitting. And of course, pitting can also have different shapes. One of the more dangerous shapes are when the cavity goes sideways, and you don't know this necessarily. So that is pitting corrosion, and I hope I explained it well enough.